Hola amigos, hola amigas, Dorian here from Hoover. Welcome, bienvenido, croeso, salam alaikum, welcome to the channel y'all. Chesn Yakshimash. That's a bit of a mouthful.
It is a bit, isn't it?
As you can see, I am not here alone. I am here with Silly Sid 123. Gareth, welcome to the channel. Yay!
Hey!
So Gareth is here. You probably would recognize this bag because I've seen this bag on YouTube. And I know what's inside this bag, and obviously by the title as well, you'll know exactly what this title is, what the vacuum is. So Gareth has come down from where he lives to here so that we can refurb what's inside this bag. Now if you go back and check on the vlog that we did when I picked him up, you'll know the story behind it. Basically, blah blah blah, Hoover Jr. needs to be refurbed. Here, 24 hours, Discovery Channel. That's what we want, is our Discovery Channel.
Yeah.
So first of all, let's take these things out of the bag, which is a bag.
In very nice condition, I might add.
Ooh, nice. Top fill as well, which is always a bonus. Handles in very, very good condition, I have to say. They will just need a wipe over and a quick polish, but they will be fine. And the piece de resistance,
Main event.
the money shot,
Da, 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 da.
is this Hoover Jr. And this is, if I take the front off, because I always forget where they are, Hoover model U1012, 250 watts. Serial number U101280 150838. So, what's the date of this?
It's 1978.
1970. So it's January 1978,
That's exactly correct.
and it is number 838 out of the factory.
I believe so, yeah.
Made by Hoover, Great Britain, blah 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 blah. So it's in very good condition, but we're gonna start. That brush roll will come up really good after a sandblasting.
Oh,
if you
yes.
wanted to have just the shiny metal,
Yeah.
bare metal look.
Yeah, that'd be great, yeah.
So we can definitely do that and clean up these end caps as well and make that shine like the top of the Chrysler building. It just basically needs a really good wash and polish. So we're going to start off the way that I normally always start off with these. And I always start off with the bag because that's generally the thing that takes the longest to dry.
The bag inside is brand new, I put a new bag in it. And the belt is brand new, I put a new belt on it. Sorry to ruin your fun.
It's not there. What the hell is this?
That's a replacement bag. That's all I have.
What the hell is this? Right, okay. We are going to do better than that.
Okay.
We'll keep that for another day. We are going to do better than this. Now, I know that you like to keep everything original.
Yes, definitely, yeah.
Cool, which is fair enough. But I can't stress enough how much damage using single layer paper bags will do to this machine.
Right, okay.
But have you seen my hack?
Hack.
So that when you open the zip, it looks like you've got an original bag on there.
Is it the SIBO hack?
Yes.
Yes.
So what we're going to do to this, whether he wants to carry it on or not, I don't know, is that we will fit a cut-off SIBO bag to this, and then over that we will put an original bag. So when you open it up, it looks absolutely completely original and genuine, which is fine. But the inside, the SIBO bag, will protect it from getting any more dirt or fluff through into the outer bag and also into the motor as well. And that will ensure that this will last for a long time. And because you have the original bag on the outside, you can reuse it and reuse it and reuse it and reuse it and reuse it. It'll never wear down because everything will be contained within the fleecy bag. So that's what we're going to do.
That's fantastic.
That's a Hoover hack.
Excellent.
And it's only because I've seen so many of these machines and cleaned them up,
Yeah.
and it just makes me cry when I see
The inside,
the
the
state
bag,
of them.
yeah.
And these bags will only take a certain amount of washing before they really start to deteriorate.
Yeah.
And also what the dust does to the material as well, that absorbs damp and starts to rot the bag.
Yeah.
It's just for longevity. I'm just being silly. I'm not really being horrible or anything. I'm only joking around. But yeah, that's what we're going to do. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get the camera a bit closer. I'm going to take this apart and we're going to start sorting out this bag. Right. Okay. So let's take that off. Let's take that off. Parts bucket. Screwdriver, scalpel. So how far do you normally go when you're doing sort of like refurbs and stuff? Or
Well, basically, like on my channel with me 1354A, it's basically take the whole thing apart, minus the motor, any electrical inside, with the help of a pneumatic and a cloth, preferably wet, a microfiber cloth, probably several, and a bucket of just warm water, tiny bit of soap, not too much, and make it shine basically.
okay. There you will find a Henry on the desk, on my workbench.
The yellow one.
Hang on a second, I'll get the hose. Because I had the hose out this side when I was doing the...
So which one's this one now? NRB. Oh, it's 2014. NRB 200. About the same age as my old micro that I got rid of.
This one is starting to show its age. In the way it sounds,
Oh, okay.
but it still works fine. Right, so what I need you to do is to vacuum out that bag.
I really was surprised at the condition of the bag. Most of the vacuum cleaners usually come with a good bag anyway.
Yeah.
But when I saw the state of that inside, I thought the bag is pretty in good condition.
Yeah.
And I was really pleased to see the Hoover logo on it as well.
Yes.
Really pleased.
Yes, definitely.
There's one thing I can't stand is seeing the, no offence to your 1036 that you gave me, but it hasn't got the original bag.
Yeah.
But it doesn't need an original bag on that one because it's customised. I can't stand it. It doesn't look original. And that's it.
Cool, excellent. Vacuum of that, and that, get our vacuum. Dankeschön. those really do collect a lot of crap.
Yeah, they do.
But we scrub it out. But once you get it wet and soaked, it seems to become like rejuvenated.
Yeah, because you can actually get a lot of these flanges on eBay, spare parts and whatnot, but the practicality of an original one makes the machine stand out more.
Yes.
Now this one's got a lot of crud inside. That is like deluding.
Sponge, yeah, just I'll scrub it up when we get in the kitchen.
I'm wondering if it had a filter in it.
Yeah, I think it would have had one of those sponges on the inside that they came with to dampen the sound, but I always take them out.
Oh, okay.
Because, number one, they're rotted.
Right.
And I don't think they really stop that much of a noise anyway, unless you were vacuuming up rice constantly. I don't think it makes much of a noise. Right. That's that. Finish with that. Now there is something I noticed when I took off the bumper.
Yeah.
And
okay.
Unfortunately, there's a huge crack that has been glued in.
Right, okay.
So it's holding, but it should be okay.
Hopefully.
But we will see more once we take it apart. I wouldn't worry about it too much.
I'm not going to worry because one of my other juniors has got a slight crack from the back end.
Yes, and it's being glued in, so I'm not going to do much to it, if you know what I mean, apart from when we clean it, of course. Right, okay, so I've taken off the brush roll. It's not in that bad a condition, even though it does look very, very rusted, but we can get that off in the sandblaster.
Yeah.
No problem at all. We will sandblast the entirety of this and bring it back to looking nice and shiny. So at least it'll look really, really good, because the finish of it in the sandblaster will give it a really, really nice kind of just look to it.
I've seen your videos on the sandblaster.
It'll look really good.
I really am.
So I'll pop that to one side. So what I've got here is some of the provisional parts. We are now going to go into the kitchen and we're going to wash them. So let's go. Okay, so we're in the kitchen. Let's get some nice soapy water going on in here. And I'm going to take from you this, and this. This and this. I'm just going to get some nice soapy suds going on in the sink. I'm going to move that over and we will use this, and this to scrub it up. So this is one sink that you don't get to see very often, which is the utility room sink. So we're going to be using double sinks today. So this is a YouTube exclusive. So I'm going to pop in a plug. I've got some E-cover. Just going to get this to the right temperature. Okie dokie, now while I'm cleaning out in the kitchen, you can wash your bag. So Gareth is just pegging the bag out on the line, as you would have seen. That is now washed. And I am cleaning out the other parts that vacuum cleaners cannot reach. I put some cream cleaner on this to clean out the outside. Unfortunately it is stained, but that doesn't matter. It's definitely a lot cleaner, and the rubber has become nice and supple and soft again, which is always really, which is a bonus. So that's the little bellows done.
I actually mentioned the proper name for it on camera earlier.
Did I?
I did.
That's good going for me. I'm terrible.
Thing is though, that word is now offensive, isn't it? But that's
Bellows?
proper term. No, flange.
Oh, flange.
Yeah.
Ah, well, yeah. My flange is clean. I think. We've got all the marks off that now.
Wow. It's already shining.
Shining like the top of the Chrysler building. And just get my brush in there.
Look at that water.
Monkey! Monkey, monkey, monkey. Excellent.
It would be nice, wouldn't it, to get them absolutely pristine for as it came out of the factory, but it's just never going to happen.
It's really funny because I often say, because Hubby Lux collects classic Lego, space Lego from the 70s.
Yeah, I used to play with Lego when I was little.
And we would like to go back in a time machine, and we'd go onto the high street. I would go straight to the electric shop,
Oh yes.
and he would go directly into the toy shop. And he would go and pick up all these brand new bought-in boxes of the classic Lego, and I would go into the electrical store and I would buy vacuum cleaners and washing machines.
Oh yeah, so would I. So would I.
And then bring them back. But unfortunately, that's not going to happen. Not in my lifetime, anyway.
No, the best thing we can do as collectors is see the opportunity, buy it when one comes up and keep it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's our history.
But it's like a lot of people criticise the younger collectors and restorers who are into all the bagless ones. And even though I personally don't like them, I think it's brilliant that they are, because they are kind of like the next generation of collectors for these older, these bagless machines, because that's what they are into. That's what they remember as children.
Yeah.
So you can't criticise them.
I mean, the one that you found that was close to my childhood is the Kirby Heritage 2 Legend.
Yeah.
That was my dad's, and he did buy it from a market for about a tenner, I think it was, but it didn't work. And he put all his effort into it to repairing it and making it pretty much brand new. And there's certain things on it that you can't, nobody else has got. So that emptor that's on it, he polished it and polished it and polished it to make it look a part of the same Kirby. Of course, that particular Kirby doesn't have an emptor on it. It's just the mini emptor.
Yes.
And also, the rear axle, my dad made out of stainless steel.
Wow.
After the other one rusted and was breaking up. It's fully original. It's got everything original on it, and as I say, I remember him using it when I was little. Yeah.
But the Rolls twin tubs that I'm working on at the moment from the 60s, there's on the spinner drum, there's these rubber grommety bolt things that hold the spinner kind of like into place when it's spinning.
Yeah.
But two of them are broken off.
Oh.
You can't get them. So it kind of like, it's a bit lopsided. So I just sort of like hacked it with a steel bar with a rubber bump in it underneath it that I put in, and then put that in its place to hold it. So that's all you can do, is kind of like hack things to try and you know,
But
fix them.
when you can't get the original part, you know, that's the best thing you can do, really.
Yeah.
As long as it looks the part and doesn't look like a manky
Yeah, exactly.
bodge
Yeah.
job.
I mean, there'll be a point where you won't be able to get these belts anymore. So you've got to use an alternative. So there's loads of car parts with belts like that. They're bound to be.
Yeah. And if I'm right thinking, Dorian, that is the same belt that you put on your brush bar.
Yeah.
I thought it, because that's what they did for spare, isn't it? It sat there as a spare, being the bag holder.
Because I know that a lot of the earlier ones, they had the metal, like a giant metal spring as the bag holder.
Yes, I've got two.
Yeah. Yeah, people just use the belt. Right, okay, so these are clean. We are now going to take them outside and leave them to dry and get back into the studio and crack on. Okay, my little whippersnappers, I have got the screw card and we are going to start by taking this apart. So that's motor cover. And the second screw. Let's take a look. It's not too bad.
I would say that was absolutely caked in dust. You couldn't see the wiring for.
So where's the
Top
bare wire you were talking about?
Right, just have a look. Mate. There.
Oh yeah.
You see it?
Yeah, I can, yeah.
I thought to myself, I ain't switching that on.
No, neither am I. The other thing that we noticed as well is that this is missing, which is the cable grip.
Oh, I see.
That's missing off it.
Ah, this has been rewired, Dorian, because it's meant to go through there. This is meant to go through there, that's why there's a big hole.
Have you got your phone with you?
I have.
Can you open the camera for me? Dankeschön. Where do you take pictures? Oh, there we are.
Is this to know obviously where they go back?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it might have been. I thought it was taking pictures to say, oh, this is a really bad Hoover, this lass. I think we better take it to a professional.
Sam! Right. Okay, so there we go. We have some photos.
Is that the only photos you need?
Yeah.
Right.
So now I'm going to take these power cables off.
So is this one of the worst ones you've seen?
God, no.
No? Really?
No, bloody hell. This one isn't rusted and covered in spiders and melted.
So this has been rewired at some point. It's like,
Yes, it has, because the little metal rings that it come with are no longer on it, so it's definitely been worked on at some point. Not very well, because they haven't replaced the cord grip, which is really, really important, because obviously it stops the
Yeah,
bloody.
what's that as well? A bit of cardboard there.
That's possibly original.
Right.
I'm just going to put these screws back into there. What they have done, I have no idea what they've done. Right, the cable is free. Goodbye, cable. Next, we are going to remove the handle bail, and that is wedged. Handle bail works on it fine, doesn't it? Doesn't flop off.
No, it's that's one of the things I like about a good Junior. You are on about that, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yours, the one that you're getting from me, is very dodgy. It really is. If you pick it up, you got 9 times out of 10, it will drop down.
I've worked out how to fix them.
But I have got a spare one of them at home, so.
But yeah, we're using a grinding tool. I grind the. So what we've done here is taken off. That's the handle bail.
Oh, there's 4 on here, so.
Yeah,
there's 2
they're all
this
the
one.
same. And I've taken off the little pedal because then you can't get the handle off. Handle bail. Handle bail. And then my little whippersnappers is the handle bail. Right, that could do with a little bit of a vacuum out, just to get rid of the crud.
I should do that now.
I'm now going to remove the on-off switch. Crumbs, these screws are pretty bloody warm. On-off pedal. On-off pedal. Hello, Zach.
Hello, Zach.
Zach's joined us at our feet.
Hello.
Next we are going to remove the height pedal, and these screws are notoriously bad for rounding off.
Right.
So this is the height pedal one.
We've got an audience story.
Oh, Joey's in here as well, bloody hell. Height pedal. Now we can take that off, and also that is a really notorious part for getting rust on it, so we will sandblast these metal parts while we're in there. We don't need to touch anything else. It is literally now we need to get the motor out. So I need to get my super long screwdriver. I bought this specifically for taking Hoover Juniors apart. So you put your screwdriver
Wow, look at
Gareth
that.
can hold that for me and shine that in. And I can see the screw. There it is. Please let this come out easy. Oh yes.
Yeah, because once you find a dodgy screw, that's it. You won't be able to get the
Oh
motor
my
out.
god, no. So we got one screw. So this is going to be motor bottom left.
Bottom left.
Motor bottom left. You don't have to put them into the same place. I just personally do.
Yeah, it's organisation, isn't it? Being organised.
If one of the screws is ever so slightly different, the thread seems to get used to it. Joey he's got dementia. He's a bit demented.
Was he a bit lost?
Yeah, poor little chicken. Joey. Psst, 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 psst. Screw number 2.
So that one's top.
Motor bottom right,
Motor bottom right.
and that one was motor bottom left. Sorry,
Oh,
don't worry. It's just me being pedantic.
are we all right for the torch for those two now?
Yeah, sorry.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, that for Christmas off my uncle.
Excellent.
This is motor top left.
I've definitely put it in the right place this time.
And that's the other one. Right, so now we are left with removing the body. Sorry, removing the motor. So I am just going to gently break the seal off the machine. What year is this?
1978.
So I was 3 when this was made.
Wow.
And there we go.
A Hoover Junior motor.
Now it's got a metal fan on it, so it's definitely
Oh wow.
original. There's a couple of little chips
Yeah,
on it, but
that's-
nothing major. That's fine. So if you could just remove all the crud off the top of the
Certainly
heart.
will, my friend. And guess what? It was black. Not
Yes,
grey.
not grey, not dusty grey. I'm gonna take the Rolo off. Good.
Oh yes, the Rolo.
Oh.
Yeah, this motor is the newer motor. It's the 70s, so it's the newer motor. The same motor that the U1036 and the U1206 would have had. Not the same as the original motor that the 50s and 60s ones had.
Okay.
I don't know that because they sound different.
So what we are left with now is the entire casing. And a demented cat that I can hear. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I can see the crack there at the back.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, isn't it?
But it's not gone all the way through, luckily. It's only just started, so you'll be fine. So what we need to do to this is to wash it. So I'm just going to remove hang on, let me get my hook. So I'm going to hook this off.
He's just sat staring at me and meowing.
Yeah, he's a bit crazy, is that Joey? So there we go, we've removed that off. And stabbed myself.
Oh.
Never mind. Right, okay, we got to clean this. And next we got to do the motor post-mortem. So what I'm going to do now, put this to one side, is we're going to do this suppressor removal.
Yeah, that's definitely burnt through that, isn't it?
Yep, me no likey.
I wonder why it burnt through.
We will soon find out. So I'm going to move the camera a lot closer now so that you can see. So, red, black, red, black. So we've taken that. Now I'm going to remove this. But I'm going to put it straight back on. It's only just to remove the suppressor.
Right.
I didn't realize how critical this bracket is for the And there we go, that is the suppressor.
Which is no longer needed.
No. Now I'm going to put these back on. Even though we're not going to have a suppressor on it, if I had a grinder, I would grind these bits off, but
Yeah.
I don't, unfortunately. So it's going to go back on because it's detrimental to holding the armature casing into place.
Ah, okay.
Because I did that once. I removed this completely and put the screws back in, and then I've put it all back together, and it sounded like, well, it just sounded absolutely bloody awful.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't realise that the length of the screws incorporates the width of this metal
Yeah.
in the exact amount of pressure that it puts on the armature casing.
Right, okay.
And if you don't put it back, or you can space it with spacers, but they've got to be identical. So
Yeah.
I just find I just put the casing
Just put
back
it
on.
back on, yeah.
It's easy. So what we need to be doing is basically connecting these wires up so that this goes to this, and then this goes to this. So, what is that? Now, is he back in?
Yeah, it was just a hose fell.
Oh, okay. Crazy cat. So,
Are we going to be bypassing the burnt wire then?
yeah, basically I'm going to cut this here and cut this here and connect it up there.
Right.
And then we're going to cut this here and cut this here and connect it up there. So all of this and all of this will be gone. You could technically just bypass it completely, but I mean, for example, this
Yeah.
can just go straight to there.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, that's where it connects up
I
to.
mean, it's best what you
So-
think is best, really.
I just kind of like leave them on.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Millie. And then the red ones then. I mean, again, you could bypass this and just put it straight
Hello,
onto there.
Millie.
I think we'll see when it comes to putting it back together. We'll take a little look.
Sorry, I'm not interested in Dorian. I'm interested in his dogs.
The doggies, Millie Lou.
Oh, you're beautiful. Hello.
Hello, Zaki.
Hello,
Fresh
Zach.
meat.
Oh.
Fresh meat. Right, okay, so we are going to end this part of the video here. Otherwise, it's going to go on for too long. So, there we go. Thank you very much for joining us for this part. Stay tuned for part 2, which you will see in a day or two. And we'll carry on with this motor refurb. So, thank you very much for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Silly Sid 123 his channel is linked below in the video description, so go and check it out. Go and subscribe to his channel, check out all his content, give him moral support because he's got lots more stuff coming out on his channel. And yeah, thank you very much, Gareth.
No problem.
We'll see you in the next episode. Bye.
Bye bye.